Welcome to the first choice.
We put this festival on you bastards with a lot of love. We work for 1 year for you pigs. Oh, you want to break our walls down? Oh, you want to destroy it? Well, you go to hell.
Morning.
On any other day, that might seem strange.
Hello, you beautiful bastards, and welcome to my so-called show. And tonight, me and Lord Toxic, and hopefully RT and Z, it wants to get a chance to pop in. We'll be talking the 1989 buddy action comedy thriller Tango and Cash, starring Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone. And let's get these two some chappies up. There they are. You know, probably the only time they ever got to team up, and despite the fact that the movie was critically panned, it has seemed to have gained some love amongst the general audience, and including yours truly and my good friend Lord Toxic. So, yeah, Tango and Cash, man. What do you think of the people that critically panned this movie when it first came out?
I mean, that was a big thing that was going on back in the late 80s and 90s. Like back in the day, you had Siskel and Ebert, and then later Ebert and Roper after Gene Siskel passed away in the early 90s. And they were kind of the go-to. We didn't have a bunch of YouTubers and bloggers and things like that. You'd have occasionally like Rex Reed or whatever, but basically they all kind of would caveat onto what those two said, or they would go the complete opposite to seem edgy and counter, culture or whatever. So, somebody would say something like that. And I mean, a popcorn film, is a popcorn film is a popcorn film. Plus 1989, bro, big year for movies. Huge.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because this came around about the same time. I think this came sometime after Lethal Weapon 2, and after watching Siskel and Ebert, I can maybe sort of see why they felt a little bit tired of seeing this kind of thing, because they had already seen it with Mel Gibson and Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon 2, and there was still a hint of the Shane Blackisms in there, even though it was basically sort of like written by someone else, based on his story. And but I don't know. I kind of think like it's a little bit more different as well. I mean, you still got the sort of much more unhinged working class cop versus the much more suited up, more pristine cop. But I still think it's very fun. I mean, it's still kind of got the one-liners and that, and maybe it doesn't like the wit of Shane Black. It's still very fun. I mean, it knows what it is as well, and you can really tell the actors are just having a good laugh, in this. Well, it's basically a very good trashy 80s movie that doesn't care if it is trashy.
I mean, I couldn't say any better than myself. This movie knows what it is. It knows what it's doing. And, like I said, these two leads who have been action leads, stars for many, many years at this point, have become very comfortable in their roles. It's almost like they might as well have just called it Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone. But again, Sly wanted to have, get away from the blood and guts, taking off my shirt, yada, 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 and be this kind of uptight stockbroker with a small 38 pistol and things like that. Like, that's what he wanted to go with. And I like it. I like the whole thing. I mean, right away at the beginning of the movie, when he says, the guy thinks he's Rambo, and he's like, Rambo is a pussy.
The pussy. I know. It's
that's when you know. That's when you know
what
you're watching right there.
I know it is very different to the roles he plays, but I think a lot of people probably couldn't see past the fact that he was Sylvester Stallone and he was playing someone who was actually just very intelligent and very suave and that. But people forget. I mean, he's not the big dumb meathead that people think he is. I mean, he wrote Rocky while he was fucking broke and desperate. He wrote that script. he created these characters. You know, he's and when you watch his interviews, he's actually very articulate. He's very smart.
He's a smart guy, yeah, for sure. And people don't give him enough credit. Whether or not he can really go ahead.
No, I mean, plus Kurt Russell, he really does sell the much more. He's kind of a slobby, sort of working class, sort of bull in a china shop kind of cop, but at the same time, he's kind of resourceful as well, isn't he? He's got like the gun boots, you know, he's got the laser sight pistol, he's got this gadget guy for some reason, which still quite makes me question where the fuck that guy is getting his funding from, because I know, is he stealing it from some of the fucking money that they seized from the drug bust or something? I don't know. It makes no sense.
It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild.
But it does show. I mean, the script isn't always the best, but at least it does establish the conflicting personalities between these two. You know, Sylvester Stallone is very smart, he's very intelligent. He knows how to play the stock exchange. You know, he probably has come from money, or maybe he comes from smart people who made money and they learned a few things. It's never really established, but you know, but he also seems to be a little bit more cautious, doesn't he? While Cash takes a little bit more risks, doesn't he? In his, like he says, when he's trying to do the more calm, collected interrogation with the crooked Fed, you know, and Cash just blasts the guy who fixes the recordings, doesn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, because he's got money, because like his captain says, is like, you got money, you dress this way, blah, blah. Why do you even do this stuff? And he's like, you know, just for action. So in a way, in his own way, he's more reckless than Cash is.
Yeah, he is a little bit. They're just both as unhinged, isn't he? I think Tango likes the action, while Cash, he just kind of likes the praise a little bit, doesn't he? Because you know, and I like the fact that they're both. You know, he's the Beverly Hills cop. Cash is the more down, sort of low urban cop, isn't he? And because he even labels Tango as Armani with a badge. You know, there's this kind of rivalry, but they're kind of forced to sort of like put the differences aside. Yeah, they're bicker, but at the same time, they still find some common ground, which is what a good buddy comedy should do.
Right. If they both got along, it would be boring.
It would, yeah. And plus, them bickering is always fun to watch. You know what I mean? It's like and the one-liners do feel actually very consistent. Is like, oh, he's a little upset. He misses his wardrobe because, yeah, Tango's kind of vain, isn't he? You know, he likes to wear the Armani suits. He likes to look very suave. He doesn't want to look like a bum. You know, while Tango will happily, you know, replace his bullet hole-ridden shirt with a really, really oversized, lost and found piece of garbage, you know. But
I think you got him mixed up. I think Sylvester Stallone is Tango and
oh yeah, Tango, yeah, because Tango and Cash. But it's got some really good fun villains as well. Jack Palance is obviously just doing whatever the fuck he likes, and he doesn't.
Jack Palance walked off of City Slickers, walked onto he walked off of Batman, walked onto this movie, and then just walked onto City Slickers, just like 3 in a row. Tango and Cash, Cash and Tango.
Cash and Tango, yeah.
Oh, my number one guy.
I know, there's a lot of things that don't make sense. I mean, you just, because the thing is, there was a lot of rewrites on this as well, because the director wanted this to be a little bit more gritty and realistic, and I think I kind of see that a little bit in the prison scene as well, because it's really, really intense, and it is a lot more darker and grittier. But then the producer said, "Well, I want it a little bit campy," and it caused the director to get replaced, and by I think the director of the photography, and I am wondering if there's an alternate universe where this is actually a little bit more serious and gritty, but at the same time, do we want to see that? Because sometimes you need a bit.
I'm good with that. Listen, this is I like to look at it as the ending of the bombastic 80s cop movie, big gun, big explosion era. Like this is 1989. It's at the end of the 80s. I think it works great.
I know. No, I think it's one of these films that's kind of gotten better as it's gotten older as well. And I think the one-liners are actually very funny as well. And once again, they do feel a little bit consistent to the character, don't they? I mean, and I like the fact that Sylvester Stallone kind of has this very sort of snobby way of talking, like, well, I'm in it for the action, I am. Very in it for the action. You know, like he's trying to adopt an upper-class accent here. Doesn't he?
But I also... my favorite lines in this movie is when he gets frustrated and his Italian comes back out and he's like, I don't know. And then fucking Kurt Russell's like, yeah, you don't know shit.
But it's kind of the thing is the laughs kind of come at a very intense time where it's looking like they're about to. It's like, yeah, we're in this prison where we're not supposed to be, but don't worry, they don't put cops in general population, and then they get thrown in general population where all the criminals are just hurling these insults and threats at them, and they're kind of like throwing these one-liners to sort of mask their panic out. It's like,
yeah.
But you got some good sad villains as well. You got Breon James and I forgot the name of the fucking actor with the big jaw. Because apparently he had this sort of like rare disease where his jaw was just really, really oversized. And
the guy he called it, I loved you in Conan the Barbarian.
Conan the Barbarian. I know, and I found that out as well. It's him kind of taking the piss out of Arnie a little bit as well because
yeah, his name is I might be mispronouncing it because it's a ZDAR, but it's like Robert Zadar or Robert Zadar. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that correctly.
Yeah, I mean he's really having a ball, just shouting his in lines, isn't he? He's like, yeah, bollocks to Plan A. Like this. Plan A is definitely a loser. You got Plan B? And you do get little lines like Plan A and Plan B coming back as well, don't you? Yeah. And sometimes in something very funny.
We get James Hong is in this bitch.
Yeah, no, it's like Robert Zadar face.
Well, it's supposed to be Robert Zadar as face is I think it's supposed to be his name there. But I like the idea of them being set up and then they put him in prison. And Stallone had just the year before done Lockup. So I thought that was pretty cool. I like their completely different experiences with their cellmates because like any other movie, they would have been selling with each other. But they each get a different cellmate, and Sly gets the little squirmy Ron Howard's brother or whatever.
Yeah, the fucking slinky guy is like
this is
he's trying to read his paper, isn't he? He's trying to look at the fucking stock exchange and he's like, sugar's done. I can't believe it. And he just rips the paper with it and he's like, I just love how calm he is when he's annoyed. Really calm annoyed. It's let me shut that window anyway. Sorry, it's been fucking boiling and I'm hearing sirens whiz past. So far, they haven't come for me, so it looks good stuff. Be okay.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. You're lucky you're not on my channel because I would have clicked the siren button right now. So, are we doing slides or let's get this party started or what? I know you. How do you like my what do you call it? My portrait there for the thumbnail. You like it?
Let's have a look.
You got it on screen right now. No, that's not me. No, the one you just had up, the Tango and Cash one.
Yeah, this one here. Yeah, that one. Yeah, it's pretty cool as well. Very animated as well. Did you use the AI for that one?
I did. I used the Grok like you taught me.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I can be taught. The toxic can be instructed if you just give them a chance.
I know if I ever get make enough money out of this, I do want to hire an actual proper artist as well, because there's something about actually getting someone who's worked hard on it. But for now, I'm just going to use the quick and easy method with AI, and at least use it until the AI decides to take over. Anyway,
yeah, I'm looking for. I hope they don't wait too long where I can't fight anymore.
So yeah, I'm just getting the slides up now. Before we do, first time you saw this movie or came into knowledge of it.
Yeah. So my friend Lee Perry and I were skipping school. I think I was like 12. That'd be about 87, 88. And I'd be about 12. So it'd been like 6th grade or something, which we call middle school or junior high school. We decided to skip school and hide out in the movie theater. All the other kids went to the mall, but we would go to a movie theater. And so we went and saw a couple different movies that day. We paid for one and then snuck into like 3. And this was the 3rd of the 3 that we went and saw. And probably my friend and I's favorite with it, especially the prison laundry fight scene. Really fucking like that scene. And I kind of just fell in love with it. And then when it came on VHS, I begged my dad to get it, and we got it. And me and my dad watched the shit out of it while drinking beers. Yes, he let me drink that early. And that was basically it, man. You know, I've always had a soft spot. A lot of these lines just come up every now and then. You know, like you don't know. Like anytime one of my soldiers in the army would be like, I don't know, Sergeant Kelly, I'd be like, you don't know shit, and they never got the joke. More's the pity. But yeah, that's the first time I saw it. Saw it in the theater when it came out.
Yep. So, thank you, Video Tasties and David Dredd, for showing up in the chat. If you do want to send us a super chat, a small contribution will still be acceptable. If not, no problem. Just keep the chat going. Try and share this with as many people as you can, and hopefully we can try to get up to 2K subs by the end of the year. But yeah, so the first time I saw this obviously was on TV. Dad recorded it for me as well because, you know, he loves Sylvester Stallone and he liked this movie, and obviously he was trying to get me into more action movies that I'd not seen before. And and that was always the bonding thing with me and Dad more, you know, just watching these good old dumb action movies together. And I do enjoy it as well. I didn't watch it as much when I was younger until maybe a couple of years later, and I kind of noticed it was kind of cut as well until I got the proper full DVD, where I was noticing, oh my god, there's a few scenes that cut out and it's actually a bit more intense, and there was a bit more danger here as well, and I like it. But so yeah, we'll get the slides up. Won't be a minute, and I've got it. Here we go. Yeah, share the screen. Boom. Oh yeah, so it basically starts off where Tango is in pursuit of this tanker truck, and even though he's kind of out of the jurisdiction, he's like, no, I've been on this thing for 3 months, and of course I'm not going to let them go. So they decide, okay, you better do whatever you need to do now before the fucking county cops come in now. And I don't know if he probably gets put on some kind of discipline order or lose his job maybe, or suspension, but it's the fucking 80s. I mean, cops just are much more unorthodox, aren't they? But it just shows how really calm he is as well. While you kind of get the feeling he might have calculated the distance he needs to get, you know, before the truck stops, or maybe he just got lucky. I don't know. But what do you think, Toxic?
Yeah, so a couple of things, actually pretty accurate. Obviously, I didn't know this back then when I was a preteen. But so if law enforcement is in pursuit and they go into a different jurisdiction, if they have begun the pursuit, then they are allowed to keep control of it. They just got to stay on top of it a certain distance. Now, of course, they can always call for support, but they don't necessarily have to hand it over. I actually, ironically, learned this not in the military, not in law enforcement. I learned this by reading First Blood, the David Morrell book that they base Rambo off of. I learned that. That's why Teasel and Rambo was pushing so hard, at least in the book version, to stay on Rambo's trail, because if they peeled off and he got away by a certain distance, then and they stopped their pursuit, then the state police would take over and the county sheriffs would have to back off. So him going into the county, that's definitely strippers that play drums and keep clothes on.
Yeah, no,
yeah, good point. So that's accurate. And then on top of that, so he walks around with that little small pea shooter 38 detective special, probably because he doesn't want to bulge out and mess up his gorgeous suit. But little known fact, with revolvers, you can put what's called glazer rounds in it, which are one-stop shot capacity rounds, which will, you know, give you a lot more bang for your buck, so to speak. They're not to be used all the time because, you know, obviously they're extremely dangerous, but that's pretty much what he does there. Again, something else I didn't know and also learned from a book. I learned from the prequel to Silence of the Lambs. I forget what that one's. Red Dragon. I learned that from Red Dragon. That's what the detective puts in his gun in order to stop the Tooth Fairy character in that story. So pretty wildly accurate law enforcement techniques here. So pretty cool. I don't know that the whole fucking, I mean, it's good up until he cracks a round off into the fuel tank. Yes, he knew that there was cocaine in it, but that's still discharging your weapon for no. You're not allowed to discharge a weapon for no reason. There's no such thing as a desk pop, despite what the movies tell you. So it's not, you can't just do that just to prove a point.
Yeah, no, and he nearly. It's a good thing he's a sharp shot, because is a crack shot because he could have nearly taken that officer's head off because his head was pretty close to that fucking thing where he shot. So, but yeah, we're also getting a good bit of hint on the tone as well, where it's like he hands them the cuffs on his like jewelry, and they're like, "Fuck you," and he's like, "I prefer blondes."
A little play on the fact that at the time he was with Brigitte Nielsen.
Yeah, no, and I think he brings it up again, doesn't he? Where it's like, "Wait, what happened? Did you stop for Danish?" He's like, "I hate Danish." So
I hate Danish over here. And the great character actor Jeff, spilling evidence in the desert. Yeah, Tango, we gotta clean that up now, man. It's like a bunch of cocaine on the ground. And the great character actor Jeffrey Lewis playing his captain, father of Juliette Lewis.
Yeah, great actor, being in Tones Every Which Way But Lows, High Plains Drifter, everything, and he's always kind of. It's been in a couple of episodes of like Magnum PI as well as villains, and obviously Double Team. When I think it was like one of the last maybe action films he did, from what I've seen. But yeah, rest in peace, good actor. So yeah, we got this mullet cop having a go at him, saying, "Hey, we checked the whole truck. There's nothing on it. Who the hell you think you are?" It's like he thinks he's Rambo, and it's like Rambo is a pussy.
Rambo is a pussy.
Yeah, it always made me laugh.
This is actually right. This moment right here is right where me and my friend walked in on when he said that, and it got a huge laugh in the audience too.
And he's obviously a little bit proud of himself. He's a little bit smug, isn't he? He's got a little bit of pomposity to him. Not bad for a city guy. And this is where we're introduced to Jack Palace's Perret, and we got James Hong there. We got this sort of like generic balding Italian guy, and he's like, and this is where it established that Tango and Cash are these big cops from these different precincts, but they've also kind of been a nuisance to this guy without even knowing it. So he is kind of their connection together, aren't they? And so it's like Tango and Cash, Cash and Tango. These cops are being nuisance to my operation. And these guys are like, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it." And Hong's like, "Don't worry, I will take care of it." And the generic guy's like, "Hey, listen, I said it first. Okay, I'll take care of it. Okay, I mentioned first. I got dibs on taking care of it." But then Jack Palance, obviously looking fucking menacing in that white suit, proper really old school like Bond villain here as well, and not caring about it. And yeah, that suit's he got a good fucking tailor, man. He's rocking that white suit. So he says, "No, we'll have to. I will do something about this, something much more clever and a lot more elaborate, because I like to complicate things and make them elaborate." But I don't actually think his plan is actually pretty clever. I mean, yeah, these cops are heroes. Killing them will make them martyrs. Shame them. Disgrace them. That's what you got to do. And once again, we're getting a little bit of visual. We're actually visually seeing what kind of a cop Cash is as well, played by Kurt Russell. And yeah, this is his good old 80s days as well, before he got the silver fox beard and mullet there. But once again, he's got the LAN, isn't he? A Marnie with a cop, so they're aware of each other, these two cops as well, but they haven't met each other. And I kind of like that as well. He sees him as just another sort of asshole cop, and is like, screw this guy, I'm much better than him,
I also like the juxtaposition that he lives kind of low rent. He's like Jack Burton as a cop.
I was thinking that.
He lives kind of low rent. But he has all these 007 gadgets and shit like that. And then the juxtaposition is that Tango, he lives very well, has a nice place, puts his sister up because obviously she's a dirty stripper and can't afford a good place on her own without her big brother's money. Dresses very fine, but uses low-tech stuff like a little 38 and things like that. Yeah,
he's very old school, isn't he? While he's a little bit more, he's willing to be a little bit more bombastic, isn't he? He's not very subtle, is he? But yeah, okay. So the plan is to disgrace them, but you still send a hitman to shoot at him. I mean, what if he didn't have a fucking vest on him? I mean, that plan would kind of be kaput, wouldn't it?
Well, You could look at it two ways. Either one, what's James Hong's name is it Lopan?
Yeah.
What is his name?
Lopan, yeah.
Mr. Button, I will send an assassin after you, Mr. Button.
Yeah, nice little callback to Last Action Hero as well. There's always a guy in there. Cost me your fortune in classes.
So you could look at it two ways. Either Lopan sent the guy because he just said "fuck off," I'm going to do what I want to do, and he sent the guy, or and he went rogue, or they sent a less than competent hitman or an extremely competent hitman telling him specifically shoot him in the vest and don't kill him, but get yourself caught and then fucking, because we know his tactics of blah blah blah, so we could add to the bullshit. It could be either of those things, neither of those things, or both of those things, really.
I know. I mean, he has kind of been doing a good job of making it look like he didn't intend to get caught, because he gets caught in a fucking he gets caught in a car crash and everything before Tango Cash apprehends him. But once again, we do see a little bit more visualization of how resourceful he is as well, despite his more sort of like sloppy living conditions here as well, because he's got the gun in his boot, or like a boat that has a little hidden gun attached inside it anyway, just in case. But I like the music that plays as well. I think it's Harold Faltermeyer, even though his I think it was like kind of like a last minute recording because of all the re-editing that was going on. But it's kind of got that really sort of like comical synth harmonica going. So it does kind of establish what kind of a character he is as well. But we get this cool little chase as well in the car park. He steals this fucking Eastern European guy's car, and even kind of cop blocks some guys dogging in the car park as well, which always makes me laugh. But he eventually gets caught, and obviously the immigrant guys are like, "What you do to my car? I believe in Pierce Striker," and he's like, "Welcome to America." So you kind of see he's got this carefree attitude as well. He's a wisecracker, he's a smart ass, and yeah, and this is where we meet his sisters, Catherine, played by a fucking young 1980s Terry Hatcher, and damn man, Jesus Christ! I mean, I'd already seen her in the Lois and Superman TV series, and Christ, I think she kind of became my second crush. I mean, first it was the Pink Ranger, and then she came along on Superman. I'm like, yeah, fuck the Pink Ranger, Lois Lane for me. This is my Lois Lane. And she looks good here, man. She looks really
that
good.
Long hair, that Italian, but she is a smoke show.
She is. I mean, fucking hell, that dark look, everything, man. It's damn, man. Kind of relit that fire in my heart, yes. But
yeah,
I know. She was originally gonna be his foster sister as well, wasn't she? Because in the original script, but then they saw that, okay, she looks a little bit Italian, and despite the 20-year gap, they do almost sell it a little bit. I mean,
I've got siblings that I'm 20-something years older than.
I know. Yeah, I know. I mean,
I do remember a pretty funny, I don't know what talk show it was, but I was like watching daytime television, and they were talking about this movie, and Sly was on the talk show. I don't know what it was. Sully, Jesse, Raphael, whatever, Oprah, whatever. And he was like, yeah, finally, I was like, let's get a hot woman and and they're like, all right, yeah, Mr. Sloan, we're going to do that. And then I was like, oh, I saw her picture, and I said, oh my God, she's beautiful. And then they tell me she's playing my sister. And then I got a big laugh out of the studio audience.
Yeah, he can be really funny, Sylvester Stallone as well. I mean, I think he said his interviews when he talks about his days rather than Arnold Schwarzenegger are pretty fucking funny. But and she's fucking adorable as well. I mean, she's kind of got this nice little cute voice on her and everything. But she's so it pretty much establishes she's he thinks he's not very supportive of the dance act a little bit as well. He sees it as just some sort of little thing she's doing, but she's doing it as a way to sort of get away from the streets. And I don't know, did you almost think that she was his girlfriend in this movie? Because they don't really say or mention she's his sister in this scene, do you? I mean, but you kind of get
I got sister vibes right away.
I know.
Yeah.
I know, but so obviously he's trying to convince her to sort of stay with him, but she's not really keen on it as well, because it's looking like she hasn't really got much else to do in her life, and dancing is the only thing that does it for her. But obviously Tango gets a call from his stockbroker, a term which I use loosely, because I might be wrong here, but it always seemed like the stockbroker he was talking to was kind of like his informant in a way, or his source to some of the information that he gets. But
I didn't catch that. Good catch.
yeah. So he does try and get her to stay as well, so he can finish the conversation. But no, she has a plane to catch, and he seems really annoyed by it as well because he does seem to care for his sister. I think he's obviously overprotective about her, isn't he? But
yeah.
I know. So yeah, I love this line as well, where it's like, this fucking shirt cost me $9. It's like,
hey, it's the 80s, man. We're in a recession.
yeah. But once again, we're getting a little hint that something's up there. Someone's been messing with his gun. The sight shifted. So
yeah. All right. Well, unfortunately, I hate doing this, but I got to do the obligatory gun guy ex-military.
No, do it, man.
That's a Walther PPK, and they have what's called fixed sights, not adjustable sights. You can't unscrew them and move them around. You can't adjust them. They're built into the metal of the weapon. So no one was fucking with his sights. So I get it, but they should have used a different gun for that. Whoever their gun guy was didn't coordinate with the writer, or the writer didn't know enough to, they just were like, hey, give him this. And, it's not possible.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if it was like a nice little reference to James Bond as well, because he kind of is like, because he's kind of got his own cue, hasn't he, in a way?
No, like I said, he's got all the gadgets and toys. Even though he's the blue collar guy, they kind of, put that on its head a little bit and have, like I said, Tango is the low tech, type of situation. Well, you got to watch it. You got to watch it.
Yeah, no, it's fun, man. I mean, it's not gonna change your outlook on the world, but you will. You
millennials, just because a movie comes out before you're born doesn't mean it's not of good value.
So yeah, Terry Kate and Drag. Yeah, Kate Russell, you're a good-looking fucker, but you're an ugly woman, man. You're an ugly woman. Yes. How the fuck that cop actually got fooled into thinking that was an actual woman, a lesbian woman?
I'm not sure that he did. I feel like it's like that kind of club where there would be a transgender or a fucking cross-dresser, and they just like that was what the guy was into.
Yeah, probably. Who knows?
Yeah, I come in you come on the floor.
Yeah, it probably was a Kim Coates from Sons of Anarchy there. Probably got some Walton Goggins fucking Venus vibes there. So who knows? So yeah, so he's asking if so he's got this big fucking oversized shirt from Lost and Found as well. I mean, look at that bloody thing. It's wearing him.
Oh, Kurt, no one can ever. He can do no wrong in my book as far as.
And Eddie Bunker as well as his boss mate. That is good. I mean, how you can't make fucking Cash even more of a working class cop than have Eddie Bunker as his boss. I mean, that's real good, especially since he was a real criminal in real life who did real well. And yeah, rest in peace, man. Rest in peace.
Yeah, he's got a great book if you ever get a chance to get it. It's really cool. He is the character that I don't know if you know this or not, but in Heat, John Voight's character is based off of his real life person.
I think you mentioned that when we did these streams together. I won't be surprised. Yeah, I won't be surprised, to be honest. So yeah, obviously he's wonder if they got anything out of their suspects, but he's like, nah, he doesn't speak English. I mean, we got an interpreter, and he says, ask for a lawyer. And he's like, okay, give me a few minutes with him. And I don't. Maybe this is the precinct where you can be allowed to do this kind of thing because
so they're like in the Shield Rampart Division precinct, and Tango is in the Beverly Hills precinct. I think that's what we're supposed to assume there.
Yeah, no, it does look pretty painful as well. I mean, I almost feel sorry for this poor bastard.
I like when he lets up a little bit and he's thinking about it. He's like, yeah, I don't believe you.
Yeah, it's like, fuck you, you're a scumbag. I don't need to be nice to you. Just give me the information. And this is where he kind of gives him this red herring, doesn't he? Saying like a deal.
Well, yeah, that's why I think it was a big ruse, a big setup.
And on that, he does like a good. I love it when the cop comes in and he's like, "What's going on here?" He's like, "English 101." And it's like, "Okay, Cash is at it again. I'll better leave this alone."
Oh, Cash, never change.
Yeah, I love the lines he does as well. Very soon you're going to sound like a proper native. And so this is where his stockbroker is pretty much I think his boss has pretty much confirmed that his stockbroker is giving him a good tip on this deal that's going down, and it's the same deal in the same location.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
I got
So so all the pieces are coming together in Perret's plan. Is it Perret? Is it pronounced in French or do you pronounce the T?
I don't know that answer. I feel like I should. Give me a second. Let me look it up real quick, and I'll go ahead and carry on. And I'll
yeah. Well, it says the crime lord. His first name is Vez Perret. So Perret. So yeah, it might be Perret. Maybe
I think it's Perret. I feel like it's Perret.
Yeah. I imagine if he was called Perret, that would sound even more fucking villainous.
Yeah.
The evil Perret sets up Tango and Cash. Now they gotta escape and take him down. But I know once again, yeah, and we got the good line saying, you're just like a banker, you make a shitload of money. What are you doing this for? The action. So yeah, maybe he comes from money and he wanted a bit of excitement, and he turned out to be really fucking good at his job, and
yeah,
I know. So, and he does actually.
It's like why I mean, it's not that complicated. It's like why I do my job. Like I could just live off my disability if I needed to, and just work a bobo job. But I like doing what I do. So I mean, I just it is what it is, man.
Yeah, no, and he's still a likable character. He's got this snobbiness to him, but he can still see as a good cop. We still see moments that do redeem him and humanize him a little bit. So yeah,
except for the next year after this, when he played the Mafia Don. This was the first time I'd ever seen him in a suit. So it's pretty interesting. I'll be right back. I gotta hit the loo real quick.
Yeah, no problem, man. No problem. So yeah. So yeah, this is where we're seeing Perret's Perret. I'm calling him Perret because it sounds more villainous. So yeah, is there anyone else? Cosmic Holder, thanks for jumping in. And once again, try and share this on social media as much as you can amongst your peers. Let's try and see if we can get this channel up to 2K before the end of the year. I'm doing pretty well on the Miami Vice streams, and they're getting me some good subs. And so yeah, and if you haven't, and Cosmic Holder, if you've not seen this, since you've not seen this movie, do check it out. I think you can find it really dirt cheap at the pre-owned DVD stores, or you can hire me hard to this movie if you if you have no problem with that. So yeah, Lopan lives here, very sentimental I am. So there's always a guy. Yeah, I've done that one already. So yeah, so we got the operation going down, so obviously they're doing all these deals on these weapons. He's a weapons dealer, something like that. And I love how Perret's kind of just relishing the bust that's happened on his operations as well, because it's like, yeah, well, you got this, but don't worry, I'm gonna get you soon. Your comeuppance will come. So obviously these guys just want to kill him, don't they? The thing that's why can't we just fucking kill these guys? And
well, it's not that Perret doesn't want to kill them. He wants to kill them, but he wants to play this little game and fuck with them first, and two, he wants them to die. Because like you hear about a dirty cop getting shivved in prison, you're like, yeah, good for you, motherfucker.
I know because they want him dead straight away, but it's like because it'll be quick and easy. But he doesn't seem to like that, doesn't he? Because he's built his operation not by doing the quick and easy route. He probably has used,
quick and easy, not baking a pie.
Yeah, it does all these great metaphors, and look, he is having fun. And I think the only thing that pissed him off about this movie is that he didn't really get a chance to do a scene with Sylvester Stallone, which is why he chose to do it.
He's in his twilight years, Jack Palance, what he really wanted to do, because he'd been a character actor for the longest time. What he really wanted to do, he had young up-and-comer people. Hey, Wormy Spoons. He had young up-and-comer people, whether it be comedians like Billy Crystal for the City Slickers movies, or whether it be Jack Nicholson, who he very much respected. He wanted to just basically do his craft with other notable actors. That's what he wanted in his twilight years. That's what he enjoyed doing. And you got to respect. That's like, look, I'm an actor. I've been an actor for 60 years. I'm reaching the end of my tether. I just want to do some cool films with some cool people that I think are young and respectful and things like that. Like I I see no problem with that, you know. And if he did do those scenes, or he was promised those scenes and he didn't get them, then yeah, I could see why. I don't think he was being a prima donna or nothing. I could see that.
Yeah, no, I think I think one of the only movies that he generally seemed real pissed off with was in Batman when I think Tim Burton was giving him some directions and he was like, "I have been in like over 100 movies. What have you ever done?" So,
wow, that is a really really good Jack Palance impression. I'm not gonna lie, that's
he's got
really
this very
good.
distinctive voice, isn't he? Just sort of like husk it out a little bit and speak very slow. And that's it. That's all you gotta do.
Northern English Bastard is available to do audiobooks and impressions as you see fit. Please contact him at I do impressions at northernenglishbastard.com.
Yeah. I did watch Cobra Where Me Spoons. I don't know if I liked it as much as most people did.
Cobra's very overrated. It's over unless you are. Hey, Darth Plato.
Hey, man,
Cobra is good if you want 80s just schlock, wannabe Miami Vice tough guy bullshit. If you want that and you could just laugh at the ridiculousness of it, it's great. But if you're really trying to get a movie that ain't the thing you're looking for.
Yeah, plus Stallone kind of looks like he's taking himself a bit more seriously than he should, and and this is why I like this a bit better, because he looks like he's having fun, and anytime Stallone looks like he's having fun, I'm all for it. Especially in Demolition Man. I mean, he's playing the brooding sort of like gun-toting hero, but he's kind of doing it with a little bit of a wink to the camera, isn't he? Like,
I could not agree more. Although I will say, conversely, just added Assassins 1995 to my Plex Pass.
Oh, that's good.
And he does take himself very seriously in that movie, but he has a quiet, calm, he's not somebody I would ever think to be a master assassin. You know what I mean? Like, that just doesn't even compute. And yet he's fucking great in it. That, if you've not gotten a chance, rewatch Assassins.
I know. I watched it not so long ago as well, and I did kind of appreciate just how he was able to sort of get the better of Antonio Banderas, because he was a bit more. He could sort of assess the environment a bit more, while Antonio Banderas was a little bit sort of like, once again, like kind of like, he's very smart, he's very tactical, but he's also kind of impatient as well, isn't he? Like, he was and he's also kind of a little bit more psychotic, isn't he? While Stallone's character will sort of like be a little bit more calm and try and be a bit more patient when trying to look for the advantage. And we will talk about that very soon as well, because I really like that as well. I mean, you got two very competent people going up against each other, but one is young and he's still kind of learning, And so back onto Tango and Cash. So yeah, obviously he starts relaying that in 2 weeks they're going to be selling these weapons, and during that time, Tango and Cash will be in jail. So yeah, that's going to be a very quick trial, isn't it? So and this is something that was not originally in the script, but because he funded the whole bloody rat maze himself and built it himself, or maybe got someone that he paid to build, they left it in the movie. So I'm glad they did as well. It just makes him just a very good, fun comic book villain, like. And yeah, he loves his rats, doesn't he? He's like, aren't they beautiful? Breon James as well, and fucking rest in peace. This guy.
Why do you keep calling him Breon? It's Brian. His name is Brian.
Brian. Why am I saying Breon? Who the fuck is Breon? Yeah, Breon James. Yeah, rest in peace, man.
Another great character actor.
I know. I mean, he's always good. Everything I've seen him in, he was always good. I mean, he even proved he could play a good guy in The Fifth Element as well, and. But he's always at his, but like many actors, a lot of them are at their best when they're just playing villains as well. And so, yeah, they both head up to the deal and get some nice little suspenseful shots as well, and this is where they bump into each other. And, once again, they're kind of sort of boasting at each other. They're trying to sort of one-up each other a little bit as well. And, this is where the banter starts, isn't it? Like,
hey, I hear you're the second best cop in L.A.
Yeah, I heard the same thing about you. And once again, we get a little bit more of a nice little visual bit of visual storytelling between the differences of the characters. So it's like, when we're going 3, 1, 2, and he's like 3 and just runs right in, doesn't he? And Stallone just says 3 with this really annoyed tone in his voice. But then they see this guy is dead. He's like, put your hands up. He's like, I don't think his hands are going anywhere. And then they see that he's wired. And I like the fact that Cash tries to weasel out of this, doesn't he? Is like, yeah, you know what? This is your fucking case. I'm gonna get the fuck out of there right there. But then the feds come in and is like, I'm gonna blow your fucking brains out. It's like, okay, we'll put the gun
man
down.
has a point. Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
I'm convinced.
Then they found out the gun has been planted as well by this Fed we learn is a crooked Fed. And I like it. Even fucking Tango tries to weasel out of him.
I love that they both try to throw the other one out of the bus. Like, you know what? I'm gonna leave it. Then he's like, "Your gun? That's not my gun. That's not my case, and that is not my partner." So, ciao, babe.
Yeah, you're going down with him, and once again, we got these little hints why they're recording this whole thing as well, but then. Of course, we've got the court case happening as well, and it's not going so well. We found out that there is a recording of them killing them, and so something's got to be up because even
I've always liked that little. Go back. Can you go back one slide or one?
Oh yeah.
Frame? I always really liked the two captains talking to each other and giving it. You know, it's like it lends in this big kind of goofball, over the top action comedy. It lends itself to a little bit of, you know, very serious verisimilitude for what it is, because it's like, you know, it takes it down a notch in the midst of all these like flash scenes and things like that. And it's like, yeah, they got a weapon. They say they got a recording, blah, blah, blah. You know, and it's like the two captains are like, fuck, my best guy. I'm about to lose my best guy over some bullshit. So
I know. And you got these two really sort of like older actors as well, adding some gravitas. I don't know if this was like the 80s was when Eddie Bunker started doing some acting, or was he in some stuff in the 70s as well?
That's a good. Well, it couldn't have been doing too much acting in the 70s because he was a criminal. He was in federal prison.
Yeah, no, he was in jail for a long time. That's why I ask, because
let me find out.
Yeah, so well, this is good seeing these two actors together. It's a shame we never get another scene with these two acting alongside as well, because it would have been good to sort of like when Tango's reunited with him at his sister's house. I mean, we could have had Eddie Bunker there as well, sort of like giving support to Cash. And this is kind of like the last time we see Eddie Bunker again.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. He probably had to check in his probation officer or something.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
I've never understood how. Well, now I understand it better now, but when I was younger, I never understood how these guys, these felons and stuff, are able to. You know, play these roles and have guns, and I understand it now, because there's ways you can get your gun rights back, and you know, things like that. So but yeah, it's like he wasn't in a bunch of stuff really. It's weird because in the 80s and 90s best of the best kung fu movies, he plays two different characters in each film, which is crazy. So he's always in Running Man as well. Oh shit, I didn't know that. I didn't know he was in Running Man. Did you know that?
Don't I watched that a while ago? Which one is he? Fucking
Lenny.
hell.
He plays Lenny in The Running Man.
Damn, I'm gonna have to watch it again. Is it on Netflix? It's still, but
so yeah, you called. I think his first movie was a movie called Straight Time, 1978. So yeah, he was that's his first movie. He's done a lot more writing credits. It's Dustin Hoffman film. Okay, all right, fair play.
I'll check that out, man. I'll check that out. So yeah, Tango and Cash versus Predator. Now that is a film I'd fucking watch, man. That is a film I'd watch. So yeah, it is basically like a montage of like all the evidence is going against them. It's obviously faked, but that's the thing is, though, you've got these people that have been paid off saying, "Oh no, this evidence is genuine. We haven't faked this. We're definitely not corrupt." And you got this kind of back and forth with
definitely not AI, for sure.
Yeah, and like I love this sort of. kind of don't bicker at each other this time. They kind of share the one-liners of what they're gonna do to these people once they get out of jail. Is like, remind me to introduce you to Jabba the Hutt here as well. It's like, remind me to pull this guy's tongue out. Yeah, with a tow truck. But, and this guy as well from Total Recall as well. And yeah, and the fucking witness is like saying, he totally assaulted me. I mean, you know, I definitely don't speak English.
I love that fucking Cash is he fucking jumps up with the man. He can fucking speak English.
Yeah, he's a little bit more hot tempered, isn't he, as well? Because
he's
we'll get
great.
to the
He
scene later.
is so great, and this is one of my favorite Kurt Russell movies. Actually, I call it. Isn't Julia Roberts' retarded brother in Best of Eric Roberts is not retarded. He's
oh my God, Eric Roberts is improvising again. He does it all the time. Oh, that South Park episode where they fucking eat him. I mean, Jesus, that's Ash. That's Ash. Yeah, so obviously they've got no choice but to cop a plea, and he's very skeptical about it as well, because it does almost mean admitting defeat. But if they do it, they'll probably get a minimum prison in a much more less aggressive prison without any of the psychos that they put away trying to kill him. But he wants to do it. He wants to make sure that Cash is sort of on board with it as well. He doesn't want to do this without him, which strategically probably is smart, but at the same time kind of feels very considerate as well. Like because even though they're rivals, they still have this little respect towards each other, don't they?
Yeah,
and it is one of the few moments where, once again, they actually kind of like, just sort of like showing some professional courtesy towards each other as cops, despite their differences. And but once again, Cash still throws in a few one-liners like, "Yeah, well, we'll probably get a nice little prison for cops, and head the up in the gym at 12." So yeah. And even Sly kind of laughs a little bit as well, doesn't he? He's like, but obviously, someone has to make the statement. This is when they start to get a bit petty again, don't they? They start using the birthdays, and Cash fucking lies about his birthday, doesn't he? And I think the trivia of the birthday that Tango uses is I can't remember what it's a reference to something in real life connected to Sly, but obviously Tango gets the upper hand and the birthday stakes, and he does this very good, eloquent speech as well. Listen, whatever's happened today, please don't let it reflect on all my colleagues as well, because these are good cops who are doing their job, and they're trying to make the streets safe, and they work hard, and they put their lives at risk. And it's kind of pretty touching. And then fucking Cash.
My partner has stood up here in front of all of you, and he's spoken very eloquently, and I wish that I could be as forgiving and be as understanding, but this thing
fucking
sucks.
Just a look on Sly's face as he's begging, please don't say anything. And but fortunately, thankfully, they do get the deal anyway that they asked for as well. The problem is that is until it gets all fucked up, because Palance has another ace in the hole, doesn't he? I mean, Hong and Balding Guido guys like, what about 18 months when they get out? And it's like, use your imagination. What makes you think they'll ever get out? So
I'm not gonna lie, dude. If you don't get a suit and do your hair, fucking get a gray wig for Halloween and play Jack Palance, you're really doing the world a disservice. I'm just saying.
He has such a memorable voice, though, isn't he? And we need more actors with great voices like that. You know, they don't have to be. That almost sound a little bit like something, the kind of voice you'll hear in a movie, but it just brings a lot more personality and just makes them memorable. But then they realize, yeah, they're in the fucking West prison, and this is not the prison that they were supposed to go to. And it's like, I think my underwear is riding up into my crotch. It's like, well, there goes. Well, at least you sorted out your underwear problem. You know, they're walking bollock naked, and Yeah, and this is kind of just them trying to figure out who's set them up. He's Cash is sort of thinking, oh, it must be this Lopez guy. He's collaborating with this other guy and set us up. And yeah, and once again, you get the line where it's like, I don't know, it set us up. Yeah, you don't know shit. And then we
know shit.
And we almost get this little sort of homoerotic joke as well, where it's like, what are you doing? It's like, soap. Don't flatter yourself, Pee-wee. And it's like, and once again, it goes back to the line saying, they'll never put cops in general population. And then it cuts to them being thrown in general population.
You know what I really hate? What? Litter.
Litter, yeah. I forgot the marshmallows. And it's like, I love how they're still sort of like trading these quips to sort of not show any sign of fear as well, saying it's like, I don't think the penal system is working. It's like, oh, they're just they're
just misunderstood, really.
Fucking Conan as well. I mean, he is so unhinged in this fucking movie.
I love the little bit. I love the little bit of fucking Rambo that comes out of Sly here, because he's been so slick and cool up to now, and you get a little bit of that. He fucking grabs him and beats him against the fucking bars, and he's like, me and my ass will be down in the other cell.
Yeah, the fucking stuff the convicts are shouting as well. Hey, I'm gonna put brown sugar in your ass. And yeah, once again, we got that good little is basically Sly having a fucking dig at Arnie as well, because he's got the big chin, isn't he? And he's like, I love doing Conan the Barbarian. And yeah, he just slams his fist to the bars, and that he says that line he just mentioned as well. It's like, yeah, I don't know about our Cobra sequel. I mean, I watched it once. It wasn't my favorite, and I like Sly when he does his action thing as well, but I think I would go for the Tango and Cash too. But then again, Stallone's in his fucking 80s now, and Kurt Russell's not too far off either. And
hey, gotta take a call real quick, man. I'm sorry.
It's all right, man. It's all right. So yeah, fucking Captain Dynapole, these lads. But it does add some kind of intensity as well. Like, you're still scared for their safety, but at the same time, you got a few one-liners that don't feel too James Gunn-like. It actually feels like very consistent to these characters. They would sort of like probably use humor to mask the absolute terror of the situation that they're in. And once again, it's like he's trying to just read his stockbrokers magazine as well. He's trying to carry on as normal, but it's this slinky guy just fucking is being a pain in the ass. But he sorts him out. So yeah, back to Cash as well. He's got this big fucking hulking this convict as well. It was like, that crapper is mine. It's like, West movie. Maybe Stop on My Mum Will Show. Stop on My Mum Will Show. I think that's the one that had the mum in Golden Girls. Is it the same actress? It's been a long time since I watched it. It really has been, but I don't mind the Expendables. I kind of like the Expendables too. Expendables 3, not interested. I've not seen the 4th one, so I can't really say it. So yeah, he's got this big fucking hulking, convict as well, and he doesn't want him to. He doesn't want to share his crapper with him. Is like, oh yeah, well let me tell you something, and then he sees how big he is. He sort of pushes out, and he's like, that is yours. Always cracks me up. And he can't sleep as well. He's kind of crushing him. He's fucking fat, and it's like, and then it gets really intense. I mean, Jesus God, that was pretty fucking funny as well. I don't know how he somehow managed to contain him with all that. He must have used a lot of slinkies here as well, but yeah, these guys drag him out, and they accidentally get this convict fucking knocked over the balcony. It does get a little bit intense as well, but so yeah, it's the welcoming party as well. The kind of fucks, they've got all the convicts there that they put away. It's like, you need that, law. You need that in movies. I mean, even in something campy and goofy, you need something a little bit more. You still need to sort of feel scared for the heroes and wonder if they're gonna make it out. So yeah, they obviously come across Perez well, who tells him he's basically giving the whole game away. He planned the whole thing as well. Then Brian James comes over and then starts getting a little bit neck slashy with him a little bit, like and Stallone's just trying to stay, do not panic at all, and then once again, fucking Cash just loses his shit. Like, you want to cut my throat? Go ahead. Just don't let him do it. I don't want to get killed by this slimy immigrant jerk off. I want to be killed by an American jerk off. It's like, you fucking wanker. And obviously, Perez doesn't want to just let him kill him. He wants to let he wants them to suffer, doesn't he? Have them suffer at the hands of the very people that put away as well. I think he loves the irony. There is something poetic with this character. He wants his enemy's death to be something memorable and not just something, as rudimentary as just shooting them. So, but the hot temper was basically Cash trying to buy time and use an opportunity. So I think this is where Stallone figures, okay, we could have used that opportunity. So I'm going to try and use that myself then and try and make up for it by going for Conan here as well. And but before he does that as well, is you get Cash saying, wait a minute, you broke that jaw? It's like, yeah, because he's got this big fucking jaw that looks like it's been broken in every single place. And that's not the fault of the actual actor as well. He had a facial disfigurement, which was, I don't know if that might have been very painful for him to have as well. Because, I mean, sometimes these things are, but he really sells the anger as well in this as well. He sells the psychoticness of this character. But Tango decides, okay, so I fucked up the hot-tempered ploy to gain an opportunity here, so I'm going to use it here. So yeah, I was having a real bad day right now. Yeah, right now they get into this fight. They take a few of them as much as they can, but unfortunately, they still manage to get the living shit kicked out of them as well. And I like how Cash is still saying, don't panic. And once again, it kind of calms down the wisecracks as well and gives us a little bit of intensity as well. And once again, they show a little bit of that personal courtesy towards each other as well. And this little bit of respect. And even as human as well, is like, do you have family? Is like, yeah, I got family. What about you? It's like, well, I'm still going steady on that alimony check. So obviously he's not been very good with women as well. He's not been a very good, he's the type of guy who's kind of just been, was kind of more focused on his work than actually settling down and having a family. And yeah, it's pretty intense. He fucking starts shocking the hell out of him and everything. And I'm going to try and do that one day. I've not seen that, to be honest, but I like these little dystopian, old school dystopian movies. I was thinking of doing A Boy and His Dog as well one day, because that's a fucking banger, that one. Really good. I hear that Arnold leaked a rumor that he was interested in Stopping a Man Will Shoot, so Stallone grabbed it to gank Arnold. Yeah, well, they did have this kind of was it a friendly rivalry, maybe? I don't know, because 1985, they had Rambo 2 and Commando. So, yeah, and I think Stallone was a bit... He was like, oh, well, back in the day, I wanted to punch it every time I tried to do something. I would try and do it. I do, Rambo 2 and he does Commando. But I do like Commando a lot better than Rambo 2. I mean, I know, I've been... There's a lot of movies on my list that I've not seen yet as well. But thankfully, Losers Lounge has been pretty good on getting me on some movies that I've not seen yet as well. Miracle Man, that was fucking brilliant. And so yeah, back to the movie. Yeah, Jesus Christ, it's looking like these guys are actually going to get killed as well. I mean, they're all tied up. There's no way to escape. Thankfully, one of Cash's old buddies who used to be in the force with him together was, I think he's kind of one of the deputy wardens here. I forgot to be honest, but he saves his ass, and thankfully they're reunited. And he's like, yeah, you shouldn't be here as well. I mean, this whole place is corrupt. As long as you got the fucking money, you can do what you like with this place and to anybody. And once again, they're going to put you back in general population, and you better escape. Your plan is to escape. So yeah, would the original choice, Patrick Swayze, made a great Cash. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if he would have the personality to pull off the one-liners as well as Kurt Russell. Patrick Swayze was a really good, charming actor as well. He was brilliant, very talented, and he could be very, he could have a little bit of a femininity as well to appeal to women with films like Dirty Dancing, but he could also be badass as fuck as well with films like Red Dawn and Point Break. So I don't know. I like him. I think it would probably made a better Tango. Who knows? You know, be the straight guy to Kurt Russell's more comedic. But stick on after this, Neb. If you're not going to the pub garden, so much fun there for us. I probably will because I like these old movie. I like all dystopian movies as well. I mean, I've already touched on Mad Max 2. I've not touched on the others yet, but I probably will one day. So obviously, oh yeah, Toxic is back. So there was a question on this as well, because they lay out the plan, don't they, as well, and Tango pretty much sees what about this area? This place is quicker. It's like no, just stick to plan A, just go through this area, which. Of course, it's like, yeah, they probably should have listened to Tango there as well. What was your opinion on that scene?
What, whether or not it was a setup or what?
Well, yeah, the fact we found out later it was a setup as well, but it's looking like Tango actually saw an alternate plan that was miles better as well, and they kind of sandbagged him. So, yeah. So was his friend kind of in on it as well, and then got disposed of because he was a little thing?
Hard to say. He could have been in on it, or it could have been a situation where he got compromised, so it's really subjective, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it does kind of convolute the fact that they could have just had them killed as well in that, with the electricity, but I don't know, maybe, I don't know, it kind of does add a little bit of confusion as well. But maybe he did think he had a plan to help him escape, but then they got the drop on him and found out pretty quickly and then killed him. Who knows?
Could be a combination of those things. I mean, maybe they put him in that prison not just because the ability to get corrupted and get killed, but also because they knew that this guy, the prison warden, was the former CEO of Cash, and that they could use it to their advantage. Who really? I mean. It's really it's one of those things that you don't really need to know. I mean, it's have I seen that? Yeah, of course I've seen Death Race 2000.
Neb I need to check it out properly.
It didn't come out in 85, so I'm confused. Well, not everybody's gonna see everything, believe it or not. So I mean, we are YouTubers, but at the same time, sometimes our keeping up with the current stuff and watching past stuff it's a daunting task, to say the least.
I think it might be on Tubi. I mean, because the free streaming sites have actually been really good at the moment with all these
it's no point crying about the ads because the pay services have the ads, so it's like fuck it.
I know. Plus the streaming services you're paying for are fucking putting adverts on anyway. So what the hell? At least you get the same thing for free, aren't you?
That's what I said.
Oh yeah. So obviously he's still skeptical as well because they've already trusted their lawyers, haven't they? They've trusted everyone, and they still landed up in this shithole. And it's like, yeah, well, you have to trust me. And he's like, now that is a risky proposition. And I do miss my wardrobe. But it makes sense as well. He's a guy who likes to look good, isn't he? And he's wearing all these like prison scrubs, everything. It's these dirty fucking bloodstained claws, and it's so this is where they get to the plan as well. And so it does kind of set up as well. It does make sense when the plan goes kaput and they have to sort of resort to plan B when they escape. So tonight is the night they escape as well, don't they? But he's doing the whole I'm not doing it because I don't trust him. And well, you're an asshole for not going along with it as well. And don't expect to come back and be friends again if you change your mind, even though we probably will work together anyway because the plot needs us to. So and we get the I love how Slinky's kind of actually afraid of him now, isn't he? I don't think he was a total hard ass Slinky. Yeah, he's a killer.
No,
he's not.
That's the thing about crazy. It's like if you're really crazy, it is like this. Like crazy people aren't afraid of anybody. That's true. A really fucking crazy person isn't afraid at all because they don't have that cognitive ability to be afraid. So when people act like that, someone's gonna pull your card sooner or later. There's lots of guys in prison that take that K2 and get twacked out and then they start spazzing out and shit. But I mean, there's always a line, people can act like that. And then someone like fucking gets on them. And then all of a sudden they change their fucking tune. So it's like I always told people like when I was a guard and people do the crazy act thing, but then they come down for chow. I'm like, dude, if you're going to commit to the crazy role, don't come down for chow, throw yourself down the stairs, do some wild shit. You know what I mean? Like really commit to it. Don't just be acting normal and then like pretend. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, because Slinky kind of fucking gets a bit more submissive now, doesn't he? He's like, he's been all friendly saying ciao, you know? So, yeah, we got the escape. And once again, it's pretty suspenseful as well. You kind of got that Harold Faltermeyer tune playing. It almost feels a little bit like if Solid Snake was escaping from prison a little bit as well. And, you know, which is coincidental because Kurt Russell's kind of been compared to Solid Snake in Metal Gear Solid as well because of Snake Plissken. And, you know, if Metal Gear Solid was actually got a movie made in the 90s, Kurt Russell would have been fucking an amazing casting choice for the role. So he's doing the whole garbage disposal as a way to sort of escape. And then they go through this big ventilation as well. That's stopped. And then his corpse just rolls down here as well. He realizes that, yeah, it's a trap. And now Conan is fucking there as well with the guards. And so it's looking like he's trapped as well. He's got nowhere to turn. But Sly comes back for him as well. And they manage to get out of there. And yet they go down to the quicker route, don't they? That Stallone was sandbagged over. So. And yet this is escaping this would have been a lot easier if it wasn't fucking raining because you got the pipes being a bit more slippery now. You got the electric generators kind of sparking off because of the water that's pouring down. But I like how even Tango is a little bit more cautious, isn't he? While Cash is willing to be a bit more of a risk taker as well because fuck it, I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You die and then you know. You're going to die in prison anyway, so why not take the risk and try to escape and hopefully you live through it to clear your names?
I do like, I've always liked, because it's another one I've used a lot. It's like, hey, if I don't make it, are you even going to try? Depends on how far you get.
Yeah. I love how he's warning against electricity as well because, yeah, they keep coming across electricity all the fucking time and it's like, I'd say the same thing. I would...
Oh yeah, it's like so. We jump. We use our belts, and because our feet aren't touching the ground, we're not grounded, and we don't get electrocuted, right? He's like, I don't know.
He's got no choice though. That's the thing, you know. Is once again it adds a bit of tension because somehow seeing the hero scared just brings a bit of tension because we relate to it, don't we? I mean, if it was just okay to just do it, you know, it wouldn't have that same impact. But obviously, Cash is willing to be a bit more of a risk taker, isn't he? You know, he's out to be a bit on the edge, and you know, he wants to clear his name as well. He's willing to sort of risk anything, you know, risk his safety just to sort of like end up doing that. So, and yeah, he manages to escape, but then Slide decides to take the jump, but then fucking Conan just opens up this hatch door that knocks him down, and he manages to get this this chain wrapped around his leg, and yeah, he's pretty fucking terrifying in the scene. He's like, "Come on, doggy, here, speak, papi, speak." Thankfully, the sparking generators, the wires pay off as well because he sort of like he pulls on the chain, he lets go, and then Conan just flies back into it. And Christ, man, it's pretty fucking violent because he's like, Tango. So he manages to make the jump and he repels and he's like, what the fuck? You stopped for a Danish? I was like, I hate Danish. So was Stallone actually divorced from Bridget Nielsen by this time though? I can't remember.
I don't know. I wouldn't think so.
Yeah. So yeah, obviously Hong and Guido guy are complaining as well, and it's like, the fugitives now, you know, don't worry, the cops will go after them, and you know, well, we should take care of our insists. Like, don't insist. I hate people who insist.
Don't insist. Don't insist.
Yeah, so he's like, fuck these guys, and just sends them off, and then starts caressing his rats. And this is where we meet Owen as well. I forgot the actor's name though, but he's a very funny sort of nasally dweeby guy who's been in he was in Roxanne, he was in Star Trek, the episode where the adults are acting like kids. And yeah, he's kind of like the Q as well. And Jesus Christ, look at this look. He's got this big fucking magnifying glass hanging over his hat. It's It kind of makes him look even more weirder than usual. But once they do kind of sell the friendship between these two. It's a very odd partnership. I'd love to know how these two met because these two cannot be any different from each other. But obviously, so we found out, that's how we got the gunboats. That's why he gets the laser sight, and he's got this home defense thing where it just blows up. And so Stallone manages to find the Fed guy as well, and he does the whole, "Oh, I had nothing to do with it," and then eventually confesses, doesn't he? It's like he starts being all fucking self-pity and saying, "It doesn't matter. They want me dead. My life isn't worth shit." And Tango kind of gets that lame one-liner, which kind of suits his personality. It's like, "You're looking very anemic. I think you need a little bit of iron."
Iron.
It would make sense as well. He's the guy that kind of is a little bit sort of like he likes to take care of his body. He's always, kind of analyzing stuff as well. So he probably analyzes the calories as well as his fucking stock, the stock exchange. But he does let him know that, you're the guy that switched the weapons, and I know you had a lot to do with our setup. And he does try to he does put on the act like he's going to be cooperative, but fortunately Tango doesn't buy it, and he makes a run for it, and the car blows up before he gets in. So so fucking Perret has basically been keeping one step ahead as well. He's been tying up his loose ends, and then you get the mouse guy from the Green Mile here as well. And this is where we found out, the voices were modulated as well. They were faked, and obviously he wants to know how to do the tape and everything, and he's still denying it and everything. But now they told him to kill me, and it's like, well, it will happen if you keep using junky equipment like this. And he just starts fucking shooting the thing as well. He's like, once again, bull in the china shop, but it does get him to talk. He's like, I don't know who it is that set me up, but I do have a record. And he's like, there you go.
There you go. Another one I steal all the time. Someone does something that's like, that's exactly what I want. I'm like, there you go.
Once again, he brings personality to this role. I mean, because I think, who was it that said about Patrick Swayze? Video Tasters. Do you think Patrick Swayze would have been a good cast?
I would not have minded seeing Patrick Swayze play this role. Yeah, I mean, of course, Kurt Russell's great. He's very, but I would have liked to have seen some more Patrick Swayze. I think Patrick Swayze could have been pretty funny in it if he get, because he is I've seen him do some funny shit. So I would have liked that. That in another universe, I would have liked that. Yeah.
So his also audience system would fit in the phone out. Because this is pretty high tech stuff in the 80s as well. I don't know if this is technically accurate at the time. Maybe there was some stuff like this, and
if there was, it would be that big bulky shit that would fit in an entire room.
So we got Tango at some garage as well. He's stolen this shit off this fat grease monkey, and he's calling his boss as well to tell him that his favorite stock exchanges is to contact him. I overlooked this as well when they escaped as well, because he does tell Cash to go to this club as well and look for a Catherine. So the setup for the dance tour as well. I wish they'd have mentioned the name of the club when we first saw Terry Hatcher, but okay, I think once again the rewrites probably overlooked that as well. So he's looking for Catherine in this club where you got bikers in there as well doing something on stage. We don't know, but then thankfully, fucking Terry Hatcher in that gear while Yazoo's gorgeous plays, and it is magic. It is absolute magic, and she looks fantastic in it as well. She's got she can move. She's graceful and everything. She's hot. She's very and obviously he seems to know already, doesn't he? Like maybe he sees the resemblance. That's what I kind of assumed from this scene as well. But obviously she recognizes him from the court case as well, because she probably has been keeping up with it. So she lets him know. But there's other cops in the building as well, and so she decides to lay the charm on this very dweeby looking schlubby cop after she plays these drums. And I love how the boss gets all pissy with him as well. It's like, hey, you're not supposed to be getting aroused on the job. You want to be a boss. Boss dick has to stay limp, okay? Like Taggart in Beverly Hills Cop. Damn no, I'd fucking I'd be fucking distracted, but I'd be terrible at my job if he was doing this shit to me as well. Yeah. So, yeah, it makes no sense. The windmill, I don't. Most of the strippers I've been into are in places with very, very poor lighting, and they smell like sex and shame. Which I don't know. I'm a degenerate, so I kind of don't mind that. But so yeah, I had to be a bit careful as well because there was a few boob shots, and YouTube are a pain in the fucking ass with that stuff as well. So obviously she's asking, "Is Tango okay?" It's like, it won't be if I don't get out of it. And we get a nice little sort of what's the term where a misleading joke as well, where he asks the guy what size he wears, and then it turns out she's the one that's wearing the fucking gear, and she's pretending to be some kind of greaser dyke, isn't she, in a way?
Yeah.
This gets a laugh as well, mostly just for how fucking bad Kurt Russell looks as a woman, and
it's not even the look; it's the fact that Kurt fucking does the whole butcher kiki.
Yeah. You can't show tits and mint. Ah no. Oh, YouTube, you squares. We can you can show bloody terrorists saying Alan Akbar and saying
Alan Akbar.
Yeah. I know. Alan Snackbar anyway, and saying bad stuff about
Alan
the infidels.
Snack Bar, get your
Alan
Ruffles and Pringles. Da.
Yeah. So, yeah, once again, she plays he does the whole fucking middle finger at him. They flick the fucking cigarettes at him as well. I'm like, I'm surprised I didn't get arrested for assaulting an officer there, because I don't know. Is that assault on an officer? It looks like
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, I like the fact he's still wearing the corset, because they haven't really found any fucking claws for him, even though there's probably a lot of fucking Tango's claws in there that they could use. But
yeah, there's probably a load of guys clothes in that place. She's getting railed on the regular. There's
yeah.
That couch has seen some fucking shit.
Yeah, I like the fact that he's kind of asking her questions as well about because he doesn't know if he doesn't know she's his sister yet, does he? He kind of thinks that, oh, maybe it's a girlfriend, that he's kind of seeing how serious they are to try and maybe get her interested in him as well. But
yeah,
obviously we got the whole oh my god, it looks like they're having sex, but they're not having sex joke as well. And, but
I mean, that's quite the massage. There's like, I can feel it. It's slipping in. Oh god.
So yeah, he sees someone coming through the back door, phrasing, and it turns out it's his boss, and is like
phrasing.
Then he starts blasting him, saying, "Hey, great way to step on top of it." It's like, excuse me, he just kind of jumped from a zip line from a great height and injured himself. I think a little bit of R&R is appropriate here as well. So yeah, he finds out it's his sister, and he's like, "Oh yeah, it's great," and they have this kind of bickering a little bit as well, saying, "It's like, yeah, well, why didn't you knock? I mean, or press the doorbell? If do is stick your finger in and push." I was like, "Yeah, well, it's my house, isn't it?" It's like, "You just dwell on it." It's like, "Yeah, but I pay your rent." It's like, "Well, maybe you should keep up on your payments." Like, "Well, check your fucking mail then." It's like, "Well, he has been in prison," and yeah, they're both being kind of assholes here, but
what were you doing on a couch with Queen for a day?
Yeah, no. Yeah. With the elephant man. So yeah, it's probably taking the piss out of him because Kurt Russell's kind of got this big jaw, hasn't he? This very square jaw. So yeah. But it's still, and he's looking way too comfortable in that fucking corset. He really is.
He's fine with it.
I like how they have this little moment as well. She's got the brains and the looks. How do you figure? And it's like, I don't. And he just hands him the cigarette, and then so yeah, he tells him that somehow he's managed to find a way that they got 24 hours to clear the names, and he's found the address of Brian James's character, and so yeah, 24 hours. You got the ticking clock, and then you got obviously she's obviously fucking with her brother a little bit as well. But it's like because he asks again, and she's like, "Just come inside." And
you got 24 hours ticking clock thing makes no fucking sense.
I know.
I can keep that. You're just a police captain in one precinct. You're not going to keep to the search for two escaped convicts of fucking dangerous ex-cops. Fucking, you're not gonna stop that. The fucking U.S. Marshals would be after them. You ain't doing shit, Captain. Shut the fuck up.
Plus, you're kind of associating yourself with a fugitive. Yeah, that's not going to go well on your record either. So, yeah, like I said, well, if you needed something, he does ask her about the dance, and he seems a little bit more calm and supportive about it. He's like, well, if you need anything, I could always, I could get you a bond or something. I got a good yield. And it's like, once again, he's bringing this kind of like stockbroker, Wall Street kind of vibe here, isn't he? A little bit, but he does kind of cut the bullshit, and he just kind of reflect on the fact that he hasn't really spent a lot of time with her, and he kind of regrets it because of getting caught in his work. And it's a nice little moment actually as well. And then obviously Cash comes in as well, using his usual Kurt Russell charm, and yeah, she's obviously digging it because hey, it's fucking 1980s Kurt Russell. Of course, she has. It's understandable why she would go for him. So. Okay, pro chat. So yeah, 40 minutes. We probably might be over. Oh yeah, Artie's here. Sorry about that. Oh Christ, man. How long you been in there? Sorry about that. I had the fucking slides up. It was hard in the
Oh, it's terrible. I've fucking been in there for an hour and a half. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Robert Sidar on there as well, man.
Yeah.
Looks just like he looks. I thought that was just a regular picture of you. Or
yeah. It's been a tough week. I tell you. I'm so glad Wes called out. It's good to see you, mate. I'm so glad No Toxic called out 24-hour ticking clock, because this movie takes the ticking clock trope and beats it to fucking death.
Yeah.
Whether it's in a micro sense with like grenade fuses, or whether it's within you've got 24 hours to clear your name. It's bizarre. I will say though, as a summative comment, I think it is probably Stallone's best action comedy role.
It is. No, I agree.
No.
Demolition Man. It's Demolition Man, isn't it?
I don't know if he's better in Demolition Man in terms of his acting, right? In terms of a movie, no, Demolition Man's a much better film. But Stallone's, I watched Demolition Man recently, and his acting in it's not. I mean, it's Stallone, but I mean, it's not particularly great. Whereas in this, he and Kurt Russell play off each other really, really well. And Russell allows Stallone to really bring out a lot of his own sort of charm. And that's the thing about Tulsa King, right? Strong supporting cast allows Stallone to really shine. Whereas, what do you have in like you got Snipes, I guess, but and Sandra Bullock? I think to me, Demolition Man is an inferior comedic performance to this. I think this is Stallone's best. I think it's his best action comedy role himself. Maybe not his best action comedy movie.
No, but he is definitely looking like he's having fun though. That's the thing,
Yeah.
He's really relishing the one-liners and everything, and the comic timing is really good between these two as well, and they do bounce off each other very well. I mean, it's a shame like Siskel and Ebert kind of. I think Siskel and Ebert was a little bit tough on it. I mean, I get it. It was kind of around the time where there was just constant like cop buddies as well, and Lethal Weapon was kind of almost pretty much became the goat of it in the 80s as well, even though there was others that came before it. But okay, so obviously he breaks into Brian James's apartment as well, but Brian James gets the drop on him. But then Tango gets the drop on him, and Jesus Christ, where the fuck was he hiding? I don't know. Was he? What's coming from? I know. I'm like, shame. Don't you know ponytails are out this season? Are you doing Cash?
And Uzis, another 80s, brilliant 80s trope.
Yeah,
Uzis.
very inaccurate weapons to have, but they look fucking cool on screen.
They look cool as fuck. As soon as the Uzi comes out, you know what time it is right there. He kept his Uzi from another 48 hours. He just brought it on to this set.
Oh, man.
That's right. Yeah, Brian James. Actually, Brian James, I don't know if you talked about it already, but he was one of the great thug character actors of the 80s. Yeah, you've got to go back to 48 hours, another 48 hours. Blade Runner, right? Like Brian James really had a niche. And what else with Red Heat? He's got a real small role in Red Heat as a pimp who Schwarzenegger tortures and he threatens to sue. Mate, that's a movie you have to do. Northern English
Yeah, it's
accent.
another Walter Hill one.
Red-
Yeah,
I
Red-
love
Oh.
Red Heat. Red Heat is one of my favorite action comedies of all time. It's so
It's-
good.
I still love Soviet models better.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Walter Hill directed. Walter Hill, legit action director, directed Red Heat. Right, Red Heat is tight. Red Heat holds it up. The one-liners are just absolutely brilliant. Don't want to go on a big tangent, but yeah, one day, mate, you have me
Well,
in
yeah,
thoughts
because
on.
I do want to
I'll do Red
rewatch it
Heat.
as well.
Oh,
Because I need to make a visit to CEX again and try and see if we can get it cheap because that's the good thing about it. You know, DVDs are just so cheap. I mean, it's never been. This is a great time to get your hands on physical media more than ever as well. And so yeah, I also like it when Jim Belushi is in more grittier stuff more than the comedies. I like him in Gang Related as well. I liked him in Thief. You know, he seems to be really good at doing the more hard boiled movies when he's given a good script. I mean,
only because you brought it up. I know we're pressed for time, and I don't want to go off on a tangent. But can I just say one of my favorite interrogation scenes of all time across all of cop media, good, bad, TV show, whatever, is in Gang Related. When they're trying to find somebody to pin the murder that they did, and they slide that 357 over to the guy, and he pushes it back at him. He's like, "That ain't my gun," and fucking picks it up with a pen. Tupac picks it up with the pen. It's like, "That's weird. It's got your fingerprints on it."
I know that was a good film. Yeah, Tupac's last movie as well, wasn't it? Before he got killed.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think it was. I think it was that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very underrated movie as well. And God, I forgot the actress's name who plays the stripper, but Jesus Christ, I did some fucking wanking over that one.
Do you know? Yeah. No. I'll pull her name up here in a second. I think I've also forgotten.
Yeah, we talked about her before, didn't we? And she's kind of really aged out a bit, hasn't she? Lately?
Oh, so much. She's the voice of. She's Cleveland's wife on the Cleveland Show.
Isn't it? I thought it was Nia Long.
Family. No. It's Layla Rashawn is her name.
Well, we'll do that. We'll touch more on that when we do Red Heat anyway, and I will do Gang Related as well because I want to watch that again. It's been a long time though, but this fucking scene makes me crack up as well. It's like they're trying to intimidate him by hanging him upside down, threatening to drop, and he's like, "Plan A is a loser." What do you say? It's like, well, we've got a plan B. You got a plan B, and I like the plan A's and the plan B's coming back in different contexts as well. And I remember thinking, Jesus, has he gone fucking psycho? He just tapes the grenade to this guy's face and everything, and he's sort of playing that. Oh my God, you're really psycho! I can't believe you're psycho. Even I'm nuts, but even this is nuts. But obviously, it's all a ploy. But Cash is really selling it as well a little bit here. He's seems a little bit concerned with what's happening, and Brian James is shitting himself as well. But it's like, yeah, you know what? I heard about all the psycho things you did, but I didn't believe it. I'm out of here, buddy. You know, I don't want anything to do with this. And then he leaves him alone, and Brian James is even more scared. He starts really pushing the fucking fear onto him, and eventually he spills the beans eventually, doesn't he? And they're like, okay, is he for real? And he's like, well, it's not raining, and he's standing in a puddle. So, yeah, obviously they almost got a high five, but then Tango gets fucking petty, doesn't he? He's like, did you sleep with my sister? And Cash, being who he is, decides to fuck with him a little bit, saying, well, I was so drunk. I obviously don't remember. So he goes back to Brian James and then decides to put the fucking grenade down his pants just as one last little piss take. Thankfully for him, it turns out to be a dud. And yeah, this is where we really get into camp as well, where we see what Cash calls the RV from hell. Any thoughts on this? Is this way too over the top, RT, Lord Toxic?
Well, you go first, Tox. My thought is yes. It was enjoyable at the time. I remember seeing this in the cinema in the 80s, and I enjoyed it. But I mean, yeah, this is where any suspension of disbelief that was left in the film just completely shatters. It's like, oh, luckily they've got a tank. Yeah, oh, that was convenient. But it is fun though, and I suppose if the balance between verisimilitude and fun is to be had in this film. And I'll just say Siskel Lieberman didn't like Terminator either, so what do they know? I get why it's in the film, and I don't have a problem with it. But yeah, it takes this, a little bit a step further than what we would expect from a buddy comedy, a cop comedy. But yeah, it's a bit much, but fun.
It's full on fucking camp, and it doesn't really care. I mean, but I'm still wondering where the fuck Owen gets his funding for this stuff, because this looks really expensive. And James Bond, it makes sense. It's taxpayers' money, isn't it? And yeah, I mean, did some of the money evidence? Did some of the fucking money that Cash seized in his drug bust go to this guy to build up more stuff? It's never really established, and but it's still pretty cool as well. He got the machine guns. It's really tough. It's durable, and yeah, like he says, this is a violent work of art, and obviously. And Owen's really fucking kind of skeptical about them using it as well in the final climax. And it's like, well, why did you show them this as well? I mean, this looks like something they could use. And but yeah, it's a prototype. I was like, hey, don't worry, we won't. It won't get a scratch. In no way any construction vehicle is gonna crush this into a big pile of scrap. So yeah, so obviously they take off with it as well. Sorry.
What was that actor's name? The guy who plays Owen.
I know he's been in a few, isn't he? He was in Star Trek.
He was another character actor from the 80s.
Yeah, Roxanne. He was in Star Trek as well. He was very young in it though, wasn't he? He played this like hippie sort of grown up who kind of has his mind turned into a child. Where on that planet where, yeah.
That's a fucking pardon my language. That's a terrible episode of Star Trek. There are people who romanticize the original series as perfect, but I saw it when I was a child, and it was not. There are some episodes that are amazing and are great science fiction and stand the test of time, and then there's some episodes that don't. And that's one of them.
Yeah, no, I mean the triple episode is bad as well, but it has got that really awesome scene where fucking Scotty just lamps a guy for slagging off the fucking ship.
I love the triple episode. The triple episode is one of my favorites. I love that episode. I love that one. I can't dislike that one. It's goofy, but I can't dislike it. But that one, I think it's "And the Children Shall Lead." That's just terrible. Anyway, Tango Cash. Oh, it's time for
yeah, so this could be their last stand as well, isn't it? They could die doing this. So I like the fact that once again they cut the bullshit as well, and he even tells Cash, "Listen, I've got now against you. It's just if I just don't want her getting this call that tells her that you are killed in the line of duty. It would break her heart." So he's really just looking out for his sister a little bit as well. I don't think he's he's bullshitting either. I think he's telling the truth, and but Cash obviously shrugs it off a little bit because that's who he is, isn't he? I'm charmed, But if you don't make it out, I just want you to know I am dating your sister. And once again, he kind of cuts the bullshit as well, and it's like saying, "Okay, I'll back off until you give me your blessing." And it's like, well, in that case, never. But there's never anything malicious about it as well. There's never they seem to, they still take it in good stride, don't they? In good heart. So yeah, obviously Owen has given the location as well because he's very smart, and it's kind of like it used to be this airport, and now it's under construction for some private housing thing going on. But yeah, once again, it's like, yeah, their plan is to just bash through the fucking front door and hope none of the other vehicles blast them into Kingdom Come. And Palance is just enjoying it as well. Once again, you get some good explosions, some really cool stunts, everything on that. And it's like, we've got some good news and bad news. What's the bad news? It's like, we're almost out of gas. It's like, what about the good news? We're almost out of gas. I love how Owen is getting a bit fucking... he's getting like, what's happening over there? You're not holding out on me. I was like, no, we definitely are not getting this vehicle trashed up and fucked up. It's definitely still intact. No one's shooting at us, and which does feel very James Bond as well, because James Bond would actually end up trashing Q's gadgets, even though he was told specifically not to. So yeah, and I like how they just leave Owen saying, guys, what's going on here? Come on, talk to me, please. So they get the bulldozers, the crash right in through the weapons supply, the weapons warehouse. Take down a few bad guys. So now, the action's nothing too spectacular or anything. It's like nothing new. I mean, it's just blasting a few of the villains that we've seen already, and Cash actually takes a shot into the arm as well. Thankfully, it's a clean exit, and we get another good one-liner saying, "Hey, you're lucky." It's like, well, I've been shot plenty of times. I never felt lucky, which anyone who probably has been shot can relate to. But so now Brian James has somehow kidnapped Catherine. I mean, was there a missing scene here? Anyone?
Don't know. Not sure. I watched this a little while ago, so I'm getting my head around the continuity. I mean, it fits with the film, right? I mean, are we getting a little bit into and then territory with this part of the film?
Yeah, I think this is where you can sort of see where the film has been re-edited and rewritten and maybe cut down a little bit. Maybe there was a scene that they filmed where they found out where Catherine is and the kidnapper, but it does kind of feel a little bit plonked in at the moment, Video Taste is about the Fault of My Scott. Yeah, I think it's all right. I don't know if it's as good as the Top Gun and the Beverly Hills Cop one, but I do still like it. I mean, it does seem to reflect the different characters. We've got with Tango, obviously, because it sounds very flash. It sounds very it sounds bombastic but flash, and while with Cash, you got the which is almost comical, which suits his much more carefree character. It's still pretty cool when the action happens as well, and Brian James has got Catherine hostage as well. He wants to kill her about the same time they're on the timer as well, because fucking Perret has pretty much give him like 11 minutes to sort of like with self-destruction thing. So we got another ticking clock, haven't we, to add more tension. But he's like, well, I want to kill her. What? Sorry.
I just thinking about this movie, and I can't think of this film without visualizing Jack Palance, and then also visualizing Jack Palance in Batman. You are my number one. Oh, God. Jack.
RR, you got to listen to Northern do his Jack Palance. It's so good.
Go on, mate. Go on.
Don't forget your lucky deck.
Can you say believe it or not?
Because he was doing free, like Toxic mentioned, he was doing free films, City Slickers, Batman, and then this, and City. I watched that a couple of weeks ago. City Slickers. That is still a banger of a movie. It really is good. Very good, feel good movie as well. And if you do get a chance, watch Lance's interview with the director Ron Underwood. He even had Gillian Head, who produced. I think she produced a couple of movies with him. I don't know if it was Tremors or City Slickers, but yeah, she pops in on there as well. It's a very good interview. Do watch it on the Outcast Creative if you can find it. So obviously he's being a bit cautious, Tango, because that's kind of his character. But he's willing to take the risk, isn't he, and pop this fucking guy as well. So Cash has a little bit of an overconfidence as well, but it doesn't matter because he throws her to the ground and they start having this fight. Once again, the fight scenes are nothing we haven't seen before, but they're still all right. I mean, the you can still see what's happening. They're well choreographed, and Sylvester Stallone does the fight scenes pretty well, and which is not surprising since he did Rocky. But I like how Brian James uses the bullet wound on him as well. He sort of like presses the finger in, and eventually they come back to the plan B. You didn't mention playing C asshole, and he throws a grenade down his pants. He's like, you think it's a dud? Kicks him down the stairs and blows his balls all over the fucking place. And then we get this real cool scene as well. And did Perret actually? Why has Perret got an extra room that has a shitload of mirrors? Did he sort of like predict something like this would happen sometime in the future? And he's now got the opportunity to use it. It's very kind of out of it. Definitely comes out of nowhere. It looks cool, but it makes no sense why he has this room. Anyone?
He watched too many Bruce Lee movies.
He did, yeah. It's like, I'm going to build this room because one day I'm gonna use it to be all sinister, and I really hope it happens, because if I die before it happens, I'll be very upset. But so yeah, he can probably die happy that he got to use it anyway. So who knows? Yeah, he's a weird villain, this Perret guy. He really is. I mean, and I like the fact that they figure out who the real Perret is as well. But it's like there's two different ways they figured out. One, they use it. That one remembers the ring, don't they? And the other's like, oh yeah, it's just the mirrors, isn't it? You know, like he has some kind of observation on what is a reflection and what isn't. Yeah, but they eventually rescue her. They blow him to Kingdom Come, and they rescue Catherine. The place blows up, and it's like, there's going to be a lot of pollution, and it's called Perret. So, and yeah, what do you mean? What do you mean it's a fucking scratch tango? It's a fucking bullet hole. Yeah, it's a clean. It was a clean wound, but still, I mean, you still got to get that shit tended to, don't you? All sorts of infections. Who knows? I mean, lucky he didn't go into shock and fucking shit himself and die. It's yeah, but they have the little back and forth, don't they? You know, a little bit of the competition, but they eventually find common ground anyway, and they do that sort of high five finally, and yeah, heroes again. It's a good little feel good ending as well. They've redeemed their name, you know, because they found all the evidence, haven't they, by the people who framed them, and that's it. You know, it kind of wraps up in a pretty ball. Maybe the ending is a little bit rushed and a little bit too a little bit, yeah. Well, there's nothing else to say. It's rushed, but it's still a fun movie. I mean, I can sort of see why maybe it didn't become the big hit it could have been, because there was just tons of great movies coming out at that time. I mean, Indiana Jones, Batman, and I think Lethal Weapon 2, even though I still prefer the first one, yeah, it was a big hit. And so any thoughts on why you thought this movie didn't do as well as it did when it came out? Toxic?
Like I said at the outset, I think they followed the lead of what I do remember Siskel and Ebert giving it a shitty review. I think Ebert was trying to say, you know, it's just kind of popcorn fun, but Siskel really had to stick up his ass. And, you know, it's the end of the 80s bombastic era, and people just were, you know, being jerks about it. You know, it's sort of watered down Lethal Weapon anyway. So, I mean, there is that. But I mean, you got to kind of look at it from, you know, you got to look at it from what it actually is. It, you know, and we know what it is, but and we can appreciate it now, but you know, 1989, man, it has a lot of fucking, you know, something like this could be considered a little bit of fluff in the middle of, you know, amazing films that came out that year, not the least of which was Batman. So this was kind of like, meh, you know, like what are these guys trying to do? So that's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah, Artie?
Well, financially, it wasn't a failure, though. I think it made 3 times production budget. It certainly doubled its budget. So it wasn't it wasn't a bomb, or, you know, it underperformed perhaps. But yeah, as Tox said, the harsh reviews didn't help it. But I think he's right. He's really hit on market saturation. That at that time, I mean, Roadhouse came out that year too, right? That year, there were some terrific films out. In fact, the whole decade had wonderful movies in it. And action comedies were so common. I mean, and this is like an A-list production. There are tons of B-list productions too. I mean, you were really spoiled for choice back then, as you know, and if you like this kind of film. So yeah, it probably didn't break the bank because it had a lot of competition. But I wouldn't characterize it as a failure. I wouldn't characterize it as a flop. Just maybe, you know, something that underperformed. I think that's probably my take on it.
Yeah, like it still made its money back. It just didn't make as much as they wanted to, maybe. So yeah, No Tango and Cash was not a box office bomb, despite receiving mixed reviews from critics upon its release in 1989. The film was a financial success. So yeah, the budget was $54 million, and the box office gross was $120 million worldwide. So that's not too bad. That is not too bad, at least for back then. So yeah, but then I think it was coming around the time when Stallone's career was starting to wane a tiny bit as well, and he was sort of like get a bit of a resurgence with Cliffhanger, and then even though Demolition Man, I think Demolition Man didn't do as well when it came out as well, but still gained a lot of love. Yeah, who knows? And Kurt Russell was obviously he would lend do like other big hits like Backdraft as well, wouldn't he? And
Yeah.
yeah,
Good movie.
yeah.
Well,
'Cause, I
big,
mean, he seems to do a lot bit more serious stuff in the 90s, Kurt Russell, as well, because he is a bit more of a serious character in Backdraft as well, and Unlawful Entry with him and Ray Liotta, which is another fucking banger of a movie, in my opinion. But yeah, to be honest, yeah, it's kind of fluff, but it's fun fluff, though. I mean, I'd rather watch fluff where the actors look like they're having fun, and the whole movie looks like it's having fun. And maybe it would have been better as a more serious, realistic film that the original director wanted, but it probably would have lacked the personality that it had now. Sometimes little changes can work. I mean, if we go back to Batman in '89, I mean, a lot was changed from the script as well from Tim Burton, especially during the writer's strike. But it's still a pretty good movie. Maybe not totally 100% accurate to the comics, but it still works from what it is. But that's my opinion on it. But I don't know. I think Stallone gets very. I think Stallone is very underrated in it as well because a lot of people that never mention this as one of his best performances, does it? Because he's kind of just a two-dimensional.
It gets lost. It gets lost in the shuffle with all the good, the Rockies and the Rambos, and then his later, more difficult work like Copland and Assassins, and then well, I'm not a big fan of it, but Tulsa King gets a lot of attention. So, it's one of those things where this kind of gets lost, in the zeitgeist, so to speak. So, it's understandable. But hey, guys, thank you so much for having me on. I am going to go start getting ready for work. I'm really glad we got to get through this. I definitely want to do Red Heat. Northern, love you to death. It's so great seeing you. You're looking good in that picture, buddy. You're definitely looking great.
Thanks, brother. Thank you.
I love you calling the barbarian.
Oh, yo.
Hey, buy Slapdash. Great book. Great.
Oh, yeah. Slapdash. I heard that's really, really good, that book, Slapdash. I might be.
Put the link to the Amazon. Put the Amazon link in the chat, and I'll.
Will do. There's the picture right there.
Oh yeah, here we go. So yeah, here it is, and Slapdash. And how many copies have you sold right now?
I think it's surpassed a couple thousand. So just need about 800,999 more to go, and we'll be a bestseller. So
put the link in the chat anyway, so people can click on it and hopefully buy it because you can get it on. Yeah, you can get it on your ebooks as well for like just a few pounds. If you want a physical copy, and probably is more advisable if you're local as well and not international, because it will cost a bit more unless you're okay, spending an extra just to have it delivered. But
yeah, it's expensive if you're overseas. But I mean, I'll do it. So, but if you want a signed copy, hit me up. You can reach me quite a few different places, and I will. Leave a comment on one of my videos, and I'll definitely reach out to you and get that signed for you. I'll put something extremely toxic in it. And but thank you guys again for having me, and I'll definitely see you next time.
Yep, we will be. We will be running to the end anyway right now. But I forgot to ask as well when you first came in. First time you came into knowledge or saw this movie, you told me before in chat, but since we've got an audience and they don't know what the fuck we've been talking about, would you answer that question for me, please, Artie?
Yeah, absolutely. I saw this in the cinema. It was a big summer of, as I recall, it was a summer film. It was a big summer of action films. I mean, like I said, Batman, Roadhouse. God, I mean, Roadhouse. I loved Batman. I saw it a couple times in the cinema, but I definitely saw this with some mates, probably on a Friday night after work. It was the thing to do. Go to the cinema was reasonably cheap back then, and we went off and saw it. Had a good time. Like, it's not a movie that changed my life.
There you go.
But it was fun watching it, and so I just saw it in the cinema, watched it on video, a few times subsequently. But, so I was there when it came out because I'm that old.
Yeah, fucking hell, yeah. 89 really was a banger. Indiana Jones on the Last Crusade, fucking Roadhouse, Batman 89. God, man, I mean, there was so much good stuff coming out on there as well. And then it's amazing as well. Like you said, spoiled for choice. So yeah, it's kind of easy that it was kind of easy that Tango and Cash probably didn't get as appreciated as much critically anyway, because once again we had Lethal Weapon 2 out as well, and that already had given what's the term, fucking it already had built up a lot of goodwill with people as well from the first one a couple of years previous. So, but yeah. So we will be ending this show right now anyway. This has been a fun stream talking about this movie. I had fun rewatching it as well, getting the notes as well. And so yeah, RT, is there anything you want to promote before we go?
Well, no, just the panel today. So Lord Toxic, I mean, his streams aren't for the sensitive, or perhaps people of Gen Z, but gosh, they're a lot of fun, and they're always really lively and worth. His Toxic Thursdays are a lot of fun.
I have fun on that. I have fun.
Provided you are an adult, they're a lot of, not for kids, but they're a lot of fun, and I can very seldom listen to them, but when I do get a chance, I really enjoy them. And of course, our host, the Northern English Bastard, he's all kinds of places. I mean, you'll catch him on the Outcast Creative from time to time. You'll see him with Critical Drinker, who I thought was in very good form himself on his last stream. Perhaps not always panelists, but he was in very, very good form. And has actually been in great form the last few weeks, to be honest. But yeah, so catch up with these guys, Lord Toxic and Northern English Bastard, two top blokes who make YouTube a fun place to come and hang out and reminisce about these good old films that were just about enjoyment.
Yeah, and do check out RT's channel as well. I mean, there's some videos where he speaks in Welsh, so you may need a translator on some, but there's others where he does speak English, and he does give some good points as well, especially his Man of Steel video as well, which I kind of liked from years back. Yeah.
Did I really? I don't think I give any good points better.
Yeah. I think it was a while back ago. Anyways, and you were talking about I think that was one of the first couple of videos I saw from you as well when I started doing this. I think he was talking about really good on Superman himself, and I need to rewatch it again. It was really good because you ain't got there's no editing. It's just you with the camera, and you're managing to get your points out very clearly as well, with barely any stammering or any delayed seconds to collect your thoughts or anything. It's it's amazing. I wish I could do that. I mean, I'm barely fucking struggling to speak English, and I am English, so thanks guys. Wear me spoons, and do catch me on I don't know if I might be on Dark Hour stream. He's not really replied to me yet. He's got me in the group chat, and I said I'll happily jump on if you'll have me if you have room, because he's had me on his group chat for a good few weeks now, and I've not jumped on his streams yet, so we'll see anyway. But if not, probably be on Nielsen ratings, who knows, and see what happens, unless the football delays us again. Losers Lounge probably is for Starman, the John Carpenter movie, movie I've not seen in a long time, and I need to rewatch again.
It's coming back to Netflix. I saw. I can't wait to see that movie again. I haven't seen it since the 80s, so I cannot wait to see it. Because it's a good one. It's one of the great forgotten John Carpenter films. Like, there's a few films.
Didn't he get was it one of the few films where he actually got an award and some actual good criticism from as well, compared to his other movies that just got fucking slammed and bombed but became cult classics? It's
Can't remember, but Carpenter, there are some films he made that, of course, They Live, being prophetic, but there's films he made. Boy, there's a film I saw in the cinema and come out with a different view of the world. But there's films Carpenter made that are sort of these forgotten classics, And,
I know he's
everyone talks about The Thing and the thing, but people forget about some of these other films he made, which were just as terrific. But,
Mouth of Madness as well, and Prince of Darkness, which he made some great stuff in the 80s, but he never got the love he should have gotten. But thankfully, he got a lot from the general public, because movies like The Thing and Big Trouble in Little China, I mean, people just love them. I rarely know any person that hates those movies. I really do, and so Starman on Tuesday, Toxic Thursday, unless something comes up at the hotel or whatever, and he can't do it, but hopefully that won't be the case. And Friday, I might be doing a Death of Stalin with Emperor Goodwin. See what happens first. Anyway,
Oh.
I need to talk to him first. Anyway, and I have no idea what's happening Friday. But obviously, I'll try and get a review out on Citizen, Vigilante, and Supergirl if I get the chance. Sometimes life happens and I don't always get the chance to edit a video and get it out when I should. So who knows? We'll see what happens then. Monday, obviously, Buffy for with Toxic and Critter and Tony Boy and anyone else that ends up wanting to jump on there. And Miami Vice on Sunday, 7 p.m., 6 p.m., sorry, with Kung Fu Hot Dog, Admiral Tig, and maybe Lord Toxic again, and anyone else that wants to jump on the episode to talk about the episode The Maze, where Crockett and Tubbs have to try and take down a gang called the Escobars, who have pretty much taken this shitty apartment building full of squatters, and Tubbs is playing a Jamaican busker, and it's with his really bad Jamaican accent, but so it should be a fun little stream to talk about as well with those guys. So yeah, thank you very much, everyone. Whammy Spoons and Video Tasties and Daft Plato. I'm gonna try and see if I can get you on for what stream. I'd love to have you on for Death of Stalin. Do you want to jump on Death of Stalin next week?
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see how busy I am. It's a bit of a crazy time at work at the moment. So maybe.
Oh, it happens. It's understandable. Yeah.
I tell you though, that film. I mean, it's hilarious, but if you know the history as well, it's an incredible. As far as black comedies go, that has got to be one of the darkest comedies. I mean,
it is. I mean, especially when because I've read about fucking the commies and what they used to do to people, and it is harrowing, disturbing stuff. And this film manages to be a really good sort of like. It's actually not far off from the real history, but it's also very exaggerated as well. But it's kind of like, but they somehow found it make it believable as well, like having Stalin talk like a Cockney gangster, because he was a fucking train robber and everything. He was kind of like a mobster in real life, which makes sense. So we'll talk more about that. I might get it organized. If not, I might do something else next week. We'll see. So yeah, Video Tasters, Whammy Spoons, Cosmic Holder, Daft Plato. Who else? I don't want to miss anyone out. David Dredd was on there as well, and. Yeah, come on. Is there anyone else?
Nick's in there?
Yeah, Nick's pops up, but he has a lot of stuff happening as well, so we'll see. So yeah, thanks very much for everyone, and whether you beautiful bastards are Northern English or not, thanks for watching. But right now, that's us done, and we're off to the pub. Enjoy your weekend, and I need to get out of here because I am sweating my fucking balls off. I'm sticking to the chair right now as I talk. Stay infidel, everyone. Stay infidel. I'm proud.
Ta-da!